let's talk about some house hacking, right? You have a new strategy.
Yeah, so with the house hacking, and I kind of go into a lot of details about this in the program as well, but I give you guys a little preview of it. Um, let's call a spade, right? Over 85% of US homes are either single family or duplex. So I know you guys heard me talk about 4-3-2-1 all the time. But that's just not reality for the majority of America. But just because you can't get a 3 or 4 family, it doesn't mean you can't build wealth with the strategy, right? So the strategy is the 2-2-2-1 method, right? Start with one house, scale to 6 to 8 doors. Now, this is perfect for areas like if you're in Georgia, if you're in Texas, if you're in the South, right? You're going to have a lot of duplexes in these areas, right? So the strategy, and you guys can screenshot this if you're watching this right now, screenshot it and you can go through it later. But the strategy is you buy a duplex, live in one unit, rent the other one, right? You can use FHA loan 3.5% down, or you can use a conventional loan with 5% down. The 10 is going to cover the majority of your mortgage or all of the mortgages, depending on what type of rental strategy you're going to use. But the goal is, again, you live in one, living is for a year, maybe 2 years, just depending on your living situation in life, right? And then you go into the next property and you just repeat the process. Now, a lot of people will probably look at this and say, Matt, I know you talk 4-3-2-1, so why can't we do 4-4-4-4-1? It's more difficult to go from one 4 family to another, because then the underwriters are going to really look at, like, where's that 4 family located, the size of the 4 family, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's much easier to do a 2-2, because most areas that are dominated with duplexes, these are all in good areas. If you have a lot of 4 families, most of these are more so in the hood. So what's really the motivation for moving to one hood spot to another hood spot, and it's basically in the same neighborhood? What I see around America with the duplexes, they are positioned, in high quality, good areas. So it's a little bit easier to say, hey, I'm moving from a different area, different school district, et cetera, better neighborhood, bigger apartment. It makes more sense. So this is a strategy that I've done for years with, hundreds of my clients, and they've scaled and built their portfolio this way. So again, you guys take a screenshot. I'm not going. You can kind of go through this on your own, but the truth of it is, you don't need a 3 or 4 unit to build wealth. You just need intentional buying and creative monetization with strategic reinvestment to build wealth in real estate. Now, if you do the single family and duplex house hack play, short-term rental income is probably going to be the key to your success. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you guys, check your rules and your regulations when it comes to short-term rentals like Airbnb and things like that, because these rules and regulations have been changing nationwide, city to city. So you want to make sure that you're meeting all the compliance and guidelines of your area. But the average daily rate as of August of 2024 for short-term rentals in the US was about $329 a night, right? And in 2025, short-term rental occupancy rates from sites like AirDNA, and you guys can go to AirDNA and look up all the stats for yourself. They're all rebounding. So this is an opportunity for you guys to go out here and buy these type of properties and use short-term rental hacks, use mid-term rental hacks to create more revenue. Now, in 2024, the average revenue for a short-term rental host was around $36,000 a year. Now, depending on your mortgage loan amount, interest rates, and your payment, if you're able to generate about 36,000 on average a year, this is going to pay majority of your mortgage for the year.